Hey guys, welcome back to the Sonic Retrospective, and today I'm going to be talking about Sonic 06. Alright, so Sonic 06, this game just makes me so upset. Just thinking about this game just makes me so utterly upset. It had so much potential, and it fucked up because Sega had to rush, and I hate it. I hate it with a passion, and I could go on forever about how much I hate this piece of shit game. Okay, so basically, what Sonic 06 was supposed to be was, for some reason, after Shadow the Hedgehog, they felt like they needed to reboot the series because what was it, like 2 years since the last game? Yeah, totally a time to reboot 2 years after you basically made a core story game. It gave perspective to where Shadow came from. It was Shadow's origin story. It revealed the mysteries of canonically of where Shadow came from, and then you decide to reboot the series? That's like if in Steven Universe, fucking Steven Universe spoilers, I guess. That's like if, after the episode where Peridot calls Yellow Diamond a clod and basically becomes part of the Crystal Gems after that, if they said, you know what, I'm gonna scrap this Steven Universe and just make a new Steven Universe. Start from square one. Do you realize how fucking stupid that is? Why did it need a reboot? Sonic the Hedgehog was doing just fine. At the time, though Shadow the Hedgehog was, not a good game, Sega and Sonic the Hedgehog still wasn't seen as a piece of shit franchise. It was still seen as one of the good franchises. It just had a couple dips. Sonic Heroes was still good and well received, and Shadow the Hedgehog was a little less received, but it wasn't it was called a piece of shit game. But Sonic 06, it's why? Why did you have to reboot the series? But even then, they reboot the series, but they still expect you to know things from previous Sonic games. With Sonic and Shadow and Rouge still knowing each other, with Sonic and Tails and Knuckles still knowing each other, Eggman being the villain. Hell, Blaze recognized Sonic from Sonic Rush. Did you, they set out to make a reboot, but did you? From a story perspective, it seemed like you wanted to make a sequel, but you decided to make a reboot. What are you trying to do? This game legitimately confuses me. And don't even get me started on the gameplay. It's so slow. It's so not even oh, well, Sonic games aren't all about being fast. Sometimes you have to slow down. That's not what I'm talking about. When Sonic goes fast, it's still slow. Hell, the perfect example is how the first stage starts. You start off running at a moderate pace on the speed ramp. You go through the ocean super slow, and then when you get to the beach, it looks like Sonic's running full speed, but it also looks like he's running on fucking ice because he's going 2 miles an hour. It's so stupid. Why? And frame rate issues. It's still the worst game that I've played that has frame rate issues, to the point where if in cutscenes the cutscene does slow motion, with the scene where Sonic and Elise are escaping Eggman's exploding airship, and he's running and then he jumps and it's oh no, and he's reaching toward the screen. It's in slow motion. I can't tell if that was actually supposed to be slow motion, or if that was just because of the shitty frame rate of the game. And same thing when after you beat Silver as Sonic, and Sonic is shot at the wall and it's slow motion. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be slow motion or if again that's the shitty frame rate. It's so like, if I can't tell between when you want to deliberately slow something down or you're just having shitty frame rate issues, that's a problem. And, like, how did someone playtest this game? How did Sega play this? Because you gotta play the games that you're making, because you gotta make sure that everything works. How did Sega play this game and just, like, look at it and just be like, yeah, that's alright, but put it out there, you know? Like, it's so ridiculous. The story is so bad. There's nothing good about this story. Sonic and a human girl get together? Are you fucking kidding me? Why a human girl? Why did she, like, legitimately, what, they could have just as easily made her a hedgehog than a human. Why they had to deliberately make the decision, yes, Princess Elise is going to be human. They could have just as easily made her an animal. So why didn't they? Why did they want to go the fucking bestiality route? It makes no sense. And also, you can't cry because then Iblis will be released? You're telling me, since she was, like, probably, like, 6 years old, that she has not cried a single tear? She's never stubbed her toe? She's never, like, had a boyfriend that broke up with her? Like, you can't tell me that a human being hasn't cried in probably literally 10 years or more. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And also, like, Shadow and Silver basically, like, I know that it was her dad that sealed Iblis in her, but Silver left behind the Mephiles stick with her or something? Like, how does that... You're creating the events of the game. That doesn't make sense. Because if they never went on this adventure, the events of the game would never have been created. So, you're saying that this is, like, fate? But also, like, if the characters don't know that they're going to go on this adventure, why would they? You know, like, that's why time travel stories, especially the way Sonic does it, I'll get into that much, much later in Sonic Boom. Time travel stories are fucking dumb. They're fucking bullshit, especially in the Sonic games, because they don't know how to handle them. Because they don't get that, like, this, like, they always do, the story starts, and then they cause it in the past. It doesn't make sense. That literally does not make any sense. Like, and then we go to Shadow Story, like, okay, he's a gun agent now? Why? Why is he a gun agent? Last time I checked, in literally the game before, Gun hated him! So why would they be like, yeah, I hate you, but, join our team? Like, even though, like, yeah, Shadow saved the world. Whoop-de-doo. And, you know, like, the commander was like, I guess you're alright. You still, like, he still has, one, he still has the potential to be a threat. And two, you still hold a grudge against him because he killed the girl that you loved in the past. Like, it makes no sense why he would be part of Gun. And even then, people, they're saying, like, oh, they get paranoid about Shadow in the future and they kill him or something. Why? That literally has nothing to do with the story. Like, that's brought up, and then Rouge and Omega are like, we'll always stand beside you, even though in the future, apparently, I am the one that kills you. Like, and then after that, it's never brought up again. And then Silver Story, you know, they're trying to, like, Silver Story, they try to stop Iblis, they think Sonic is the Iblis trigger, blah, 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 blah. And technically, Mephiles was right. Sonic is the Iblis trigger, because Sonic dies, and then she cries, and then the Iblis is hello, like it happens in the last story. But, like, they had to go through all this just to be like, okay, now we have to seal him inside the Chaos Emeralds, but I also have to die. Sorry, Silver. And sorry, Silver's like, no! Like, why did Blaze have to die? That makes no sense. Like, there was no in-game explanation of why someone had to sacrifice themselves so that Iblis can go on. And, like, does she die? Or is this them trying to, like, shittily explain why she lives in a different universe and not the future anymore, and she gets sent to, like, where, like, Marine and, like, the Soul Emeralds are? Like, this game makes no sense, especially Blaze the Cat's fucking inclusion. Is she from the future, or is she from another dimension? Pick one! And you can make the excuse, oh, this is a reboot. They retold her story. Then why does she recognize Sonic? Why does she recognize Sonic when they show Sonic, like the vision of Sonic in the Chaos Emerald, that he's the Iblis Trigger? She's like, Blue Hedgehog. Like, she fucking recognizes him. Like, does she recognize him or not? Because if she does, that doesn't make sense. Because if she's not from another dimension and she's from the future, they would have never met, because they perfectly established that Blaze was a princess in another dimension that had the Soul Emeralds and not the Chaos Emeralds. And it just boggles my mind, and it's still confusing because she's still friends with Silver and she's still alive. Like, later in Sonic Generations, they're both in the game. Like, did she die or not? Like, what's the legitimate answer? Like, Sega, you need to be consistent. And just everything about this game blows ass. And I honestly feel like this game had so much potential. Like, if they really, 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 really tried and thought about their fucking shitty story, this game could have been something great. But honestly, like, I would love to see this game remade. Like, fix the story problems. Like, literally rewrite this entire story. Hell, make Elise a fucking hedgehog. Because it's not like her being human was very pertinent to the story. And fix the gameplay. Holy fuck, fix the gameplay. Because it is broken. So, as much as I'd love to go on and on and on and on and on and on about this fucking game and how bad it is, I think this is where I'm going to end it, or else this vlog will never fucking end. So, I'm Bottles, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight. Hoo boy.